Iya. Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we will present our presentations about psychoanalytic analysis. The studies that we are going presented today is the psychology of Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, analyzing their inner conflict through psychoanalysis. Before we get into the material, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Nofitra, and then my members are.
My name is Annisa Komaria.
And my name is Fathurrizqi Hasyim.
Okay, let's get into the first materials.
Okay. Psychoanalytic criticism. Psychoanalytic criticism is a literary approach that examines how unconscious desires, repressed emotions, and psychological conflict shape literature. Rooted in Sigmund Freud's theories, it has been expanded by thinkers such as Carl Jung, Jacques Lacan, Harold Bloom, and feminist psychoanalysis. This approach helps interpret character motivations, symbolic elements, and deeper meanings in text. Next. Okay. Structure of human psyche. Freud makes three part of human psyche. The first is ID. It's instinctual desires like pleasure or aggression. ID is the area of instinct, dreams, desires, and all of that doesn't come from the core in our consciousness. This is can be said as unconscious. Second is ego, personal self that balance the ID with reality. Ego is the conscious mind, which we work with, use, and are most aware of. It mediates between the unconscious ID and the superego. It is the source of our decision making and our rational thought. And the third is superego, moral conscience shaped by society. The superego is what we call our conscience. It is drawn from social settings and cultural codes and influence the way the conscious works. Okay, next. Oedipus complex. Freud's Oedipus complex explains a child's unconscious sexual attraction to the parent of the opposite sex, rivalry from the same sex parent. For boys, it desire for the mother and jealousy of father. It happens when the child, the boy child, is get a lot of love from his mother, and he begins to develop a love, not a son and mother love to his mother, and see his father as a rival for his mother's love. And for girls, Freud proposed the controversial ideas of feminism, where girls feel incomplete compared to boys. Freud also has a name for this situation. It's called Electra complex. It's same with Oedipus complex, where girls compete with his mother for her father's love. In literature, this concept is reflected in father-son complex or troubled family relationship, such as in Hamlet or Oedipus Rex. Critics argue that Freud's theory is gender-biased and oversimplifies human relationships. Dreams and the unconscious in literature. Freud believed that dreams are the royal road to the unconscious, meaning that dreams reveal hidden thoughts and desires. Literature functions similarly by expressing an author's expressed emotion through symbolism, metaphors, and imagery. For example, in Franz Kafka, the Metamorphosis, Gregor Samsa's transformation into an insect can be analyzed as an expression of deep guilt, anxiety, and alienation, all of which connect to psychoanalytic ideas of repression. Wait, can you go to the previous slide? Okay. Uh, this has 4 points. The first is condensation. The manifest dream doesn't capture the full extent of the latent context. The latent content is condensed in the manifest dream. Several elements are superimposed on each other, produce a complex. Freud gave a great deal of importance to the displacement. Third is representation and representability. The language of the dream often use complex images that have no apparent basis in reality. Freud argued that the latent dream content took recourse to a strange language or image where there is no rational connection between any of them. And four is secondary revision. The dreamer himself or herself interprets the dream but revises it in the process. This process is accompanied by a certain amount of censorship when the dreamer ignores or forgets all the elements of the dream. The conscious mind organizes the elements of the dream into recognizable and acceptable themes or image and ignores the rest. Okay, next.
Okay, the next one is Freud's views on women criticized by feminists. Freud's fancy theory suggests that women feel inferior due to lacking values, an idea that feminist psychoanalysis strongly opposes. Like Nancy Chodrow emphasized the mother-daughter bond, arguing that women's identities are shaped by their mothers. Or Juliet Mitchell and Jacqueline Ross critique Freud for overlooking female psychological development and reinforcing male-centered views. This led to feminist psychoanalysis, which explored how gender roles and societal structure influence identity and literature. And then the next one is Carl Jung, archetype and the collective unconsciousness. Carl Jung expands psychoanalysis by introducing the concept of collective unconscious, a set of universal symbiosis and archetypes shared across all cultures and time periods. Common archetypes in literature include the hero, like for example Harry Potter, Frodo, the central figure of becoming great trials. The mothers, like fairy godmother, nurturing figures, symbolizing care and protection. The shadow, example like Dark Father, Mr. Hyde, the dark and hidden self. The wise old men, like Gandalf and Dumbledore, a mentor guiding the heroes. Jung's idea influenced archetype criticisms, which studies recurring patterns in myth, folklore, and literature. And then Lacan language and the unconscious. This can be reinterpreted Freud's ideas that are focusing on language, identity, and desire that he argued that the unconscious structure, like a language, meaning that words and symbols, thoughts, words and symbols set out thoughts. The mirror states a child first recognizes itself in a mirror, leading to a fragment of identity. And then women as the others, language and culture define women as secondary to men's, influencing how they portray and on literature. And also, Lacan's work was essential in feminist and post-structuralist psychoanalysis, influencing like Julia Kristeva. And then the post-structuralist psychoanalysis and schizoanalysis let thinkers challenge and revise Freud ideas that Harold Bloom proposed of anxiety of influence, where writers unconsciously struggle against their literary predecessors, and Deleuze and Felix Guattari developed psychoanalysis, rejecting Freud's unconscious structure. They argue that identity is fluid and shaped by external social forces rather than just childhood experience.
Next, the psychoanalysis of Bohemian Rhapsody, the song by Queen. So, our group chose the song Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen as the subject of our study using psychoanalysis. This song is not only famous worldwide, but it also has complex and meaningful lyrics, making it suitable for psychological analysis. Next. The reason for choosing the song, the first one is because ambiguous lyrics with symbolism. The lyrics in Bohemian Rhapsody do not tell a clear story, but describe emotional struggles with guilt and fear. Many people interpretation connect these songs with inner conflict, repression, and subconscious fears, which are key concepts in psychoanalysis. And the second one, the reason is connection to Freddie Mercury life. Many people believe the lyrics represent Freddie Mercury's personal struggles, and especially with his identity and social pressure. In psychoanalysis, artistic expression is often a way to reveal subconscious conflicts, and this song may be Mercury's way to expressing his emotion. And the last one is elements of trauma and psychological conflict. The lyrics like Mama just killed a man can be linked to guilt and fear of punishment, which relate to Freud's theory of the id, ego, and superego. The change in the song's tone reflect emotional shift, possibly showing a person's struggle with trauma or repression. Next. And the main psychoanalysis study, using Sigmund Freud theory, we will analyze how this song represent the id, ego, and superego, and how inner conflict and psychological repression are expressed in the lyrics. In addition, Carl Jung's archetype theory will help us see if the song contains elements that reflect universal human psychological experiences. Through psychoanalysis, Bohemian Rhapsody can be understood as more than just a song. It is also a manifestation of inner conflict, psychological repression, and deep emotional expression. This analysis will help us to understand how music can be a way to express subconscious feelings and humor and human experiences deeply. And with this approach, we hope to explore the hidden meanings in these songs and understand how psychoanalysis help us see art in a deeper way. Next, conclusion. So, psychoanalytic criticism help us to uncover hidden emotion, psychological conflicts, and symbolic meanings in literature and art. Freud theories on unconscious desires, repression, and identity formation led to the foundation and later expanded by Jung, Lacan, and feminist critics. Post-structuralist approaches further developed psychoanalysis, making it an ever-evolving field of literary study. Applying this perspective to Bohemian Rhapsody, the song emerges as a reflection of deep psychological struggles, repression, and emotional turmoil. Its shifting tones, dramatic storytelling, and ambiguous inner conflict, possibly linked to guilt, identity crisis, and or subconscious fears. And many interpretations also associate it with Freddie Mercury personal struggle and making it a compelling subject for psychoanalytic analysis. This study highlights how music, like literature, serves as a powerful expression of the unconscious mind, allowing emotion and conflict to surface in creative forms. So, by combining psychological and literary analysis, we gain a deeper understanding of human emotion, artistic expression, and the hidden complexities within creative works.
Okay, I think that's all presentation from our groups. Thank you for watching and pay attention during our presentations. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.